Welcome back, guys. We're starting a series of the week video. This is the very first one, and we're going to do the MLB series between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets starting this Thursday. Break down the matchup for us this week. Yeah, so the Yankees and Mets playing the Subway Series. The Yankees come into this matchup at the time of filming this video 48-35 and sit first in the AL East. The Mets are 48-37 and sit second in the NL East. So very similar records to this point. In game one, we have Marcus Stroman versus Paul Blackburn. Marcus is 1-1 with an 8.16 ERA, and Paul is 0-3 with a 7.71 ERA. So this is going to be a high offensive matchup right off the bat. Yeah, not the numbers you want to see out of your pitchers. North of 4 ERA is not good from any pitcher, and then when you get up to the 8 to 7 ERA, even worse. Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, names like that should be raking from the Mets, and then Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm, guys like that from the Yankees, and those torpedo bats expect a lot of home runs.
Yeah, if I were a bettor, I'd smash the over on the home runs and the runs scored. But yeah, this is I feel like this is the first time the New York Yankees and New York Mets series has actually been meaningful. Past couple of years, the Mets haven't been that good, and it'll be interesting to see because Juan Soto's on the Mets, and as everyone knows, he played on the Yankees last year.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. The two stars of the team is Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. Aaron Judge, 30 homers, batting 356 going into this game. Juan Soto has 20 homers and only batting 258. So, Aaron Judge is batting 100 points better than Juan going into this point. So that's very interesting to see. Again, guys like Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor are the backbone of the Mets team. But ultimately, I don't think it's going to be enough in this matchup. I think Blackburn does have to shut him down early because I think once the Yankees get going, it gets ugly fast. Agreed. I don't think the Mets have what it takes to outlast the Yankees in a what looks to be a home run derby. So, not a good start to the series here for the Mets.
Yeah, I think the Yankees are going to take game one.
Go. Moving on to game two, Carlos Rendon versus Frankie Montas. Carlos is 9-5 with a 2.92 ERA and 100 innings pitched so far. Frankie's 0-1, 6 ERA, and only 9 innings pitched. So not very experienced from Frankie. But
why are the pitchers so bad?
Well,
don't they all have a bunch of money in there?
Yeah, but the Yankees are using all their pitchers in their series versus the Blue Jays. Mets prior using them all in the series before this series as well. Yeah, I mean, just like the first game, I think it's still going to be a home run derby, more so for the Yankees, less so for the Mets, as the Yankees pitcher, believe you said Rendon, Carlos Rendon. His ERA is dropping a little bit from that 7 from the previous pitcher. Mets are starting a rehab guy. It seems like only pitching 6 to 9-ish innings a game, I believe you said. So looks like Yankees are going to have an easy start to the Subway Series and go 2-0. Yeah, as a fellow Reds fan, Frankie was on the Reds last year. He's horrible. There's no way the Mets win this game. Yeah, I just don't see it happening.
I'll take his word on this. I'll take the Yankees in game 2.
Moving on to game 3, this will probably be the most defensive game of them all. Max Fried versus Clay Holmes. Max, as we all know, is just dealing this year. He's 10-2 with a 1.92 ERA and 100 innings pitched. Clay Holmes is 8-4 with a 3 ERA and 88 innings pitched. So, the big difference between these two guys is Max really just likes to strike people out, whereas Clay relies on his defense more. But I think if the Mets were to take a game, this would be the one, as this is their best pitcher in this series. So,
I would agree. I think the Mets defense is good enough to beat the Yankees. Like you said, that the pitcher relies on their defense, and I think, yeah, the Yankees will put some balls in play, but the Mets, I think, are good enough in this one to beat the Yankees and avoid the sweep.
We're getting into real baseball here now. Not going to be seeing more than 5 runs scored a game per team in this game, especially. I think personally, as a baseball fan, this is what I love to see. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not that big of a fan of a 10-7 ball game, more of a 2-3 guy myself. But I still think the Yankees are going to win this one. Max Fried on the bump, one of the best pitchers in the AL, yet alone the whole MLB. Probably only behind Tariq Schoolball right now in the AL, that is. So I'm going to have to take the Yankees going 3-0 so far in the series.
Yeah, I'd just like to point out that at the time of this video being filmed, the Mets are coming off of series sweep from the Pittsburgh Pirates. They scored a total of 4 runs in 3 games while giving up 30 runs.
Nice.
So
30?
30.
To the
12,
Pirates.
12-9. Yep. So
Well, if you're doing that to the Pirates, you're about to let up 60 to the Yankees.
So-
Why do you think the pitchers' ERAs are so high? Because they just let up 30 in 4 games.
To the Pirates?
So
So
what happened?
So I think the Mets desperately need this one. We'll see how their series works against the Padres. They're
Yeah,
playing
I
the
know.
Padres or the Phillies, I forget. But we'll see how that one works out. But they desperately need to win this series. But I got the Yankees going 3-0.
Well, since that's the third and final game of the series, I think we all got them going 3-0. Besides, Alexander's got the Mets sneaking in the last game, avoiding the sweep.
I could see it.
That
It's gonna
is-
happen.
That is the first time that we have done a series of the week. So we hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what series we should do next week for the MLB. We'll have that video out on Sunday. Thanks for watching, and as always, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.